Here's a list of 10 significant wars in human history, listed in descending order from 10 to 1, along with a brief description of each war and its causes. 10. The Falklands War, 1982. Argentina and the United Kingdom disputed sovereignty over the Falkland Islands in the South Atlantic. Argentina's invasion of the islands in 1982 led to this brief conflict. The war resulted in the UK retaining control of the Falklands. It demonstrated the importance of sovereignty and had geopolitical implications. 9. The Vietnam War, 1955–1975. The conflict was driven by the Cold War rivalry between the United States, supporting South Vietnam, and the Soviet Union and China, supporting North Vietnam. It was also a nationalist struggle for reunification. The Vietnam War was a protracted and divisive conflict with significant consequences for the United States and Vietnam. It ended with the reunification of North and South Vietnam. 8. The Napoleonic Wars, 1803–1815. Napoleon Bonaparte's expansionist ambitions and the French Revolutionary Wars led to a series of conflicts in Europe and beyond. The Napoleonic Wars reshaped Europe, introduced new military strategies, and had a lasting impact on political systems and legal reforms. 7. The American Civil War, 1861–1865. Rooted in long-standing tensions between the North and the South over issues like slavery, economic differences, and states' rights. The secession of Southern states led to the war. The American Civil War preserved the Union, abolished slavery, and had profound political and social consequences for the United States. 6. The Russian Revolution and Civil War, 1917–1923. Social unrest, food shortages, and the impact of World War I contributed to the overthrow of the Russian monarchy. The ensuing civil war was a struggle between various factions, including the Bolsheviks. The Russian Revolution led to the establishment of the Soviet Union. The Civil War had far-reaching consequences, impacting the course of the 20th century. 5. The Peloponnesian War, 431–404 B.C. The conflict between Athens and Sparta stemmed from power struggles, alliances, and disputes over resources. The war marked the end of Greece's Golden Age. The Peloponnesian War had implications for the balance of power in the ancient world and contributed to the decline of Greek city-states. 4. The Crusades, 1096–1291. Religious and political motivations drove the Crusades. European Christians sought to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control, and the Church aimed to unite Christendom. The Crusades had cultural, religious, and economic impacts on Europe and the Middle East. They influenced trade, intellectual exchange, and conflicts. 3. World War I, 1914–1918. A complex web of political alliances, militarism, nationalism, and the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in 1914 led to the war. World War I brought about the collapse of empires, redrew borders, and led to the formation of the League of Nations. It set the stage for World War II. 2. World War II, 1939–1945. The war was triggered by Adolf Hitler's expansionist policies, including the invasion of Poland in 1939. It involved multiple nations and alliances. World War II reshaped the political landscape, resulted in the founding of the United Nations, and had far-reaching consequences on post-war geopolitics. 1. The Mongol conquests, 1206–1368. Genghis Khan's vision of a unified Mongol empire led to conquests across Asia and Europe. Factors included the pursuit of wealth, power, and resources. The Mongol conquests created one of the largest empires in history, influencing trade, cultural exchange, and the development of the Silk Road. These wars are ranked based on their historical importance, scale, and lasting impact on the world. Each had unique causes, consequences, and implications for the course of human history. Subscribe to stay smarter than the rest.